excuse me, and my conviction was because the weight disparity, it has closed that gap, especially on the offensive line for Army. They have gotten bigger. That's the reason they were second in the nation in rushing on the season, and they just showed that power running game throughout this ball game.
Can you imagine what was going through Army's minds, the fans of Army's minds, when Zach Abey went for that 41-yard touchdown, 17-14? Right. Oh, my goodness. But the 80-yard drive, 12 plays, 80-yard. The long gray line got the long-anticipated drive, and congratulations
and it's about
to Army.
Sustaining drives as well. You look at third down conversions for Army, 8 of 13, Navy, 2 of 7. And we had just remarked here that the Army had not completed a pass. And what did they do? Hit Edgar Allan Poe.
2 passes on that drive. The one shovel pass as well.
Poetic justice. And if Army didn't turn the ball over, I mean, look at how they dominated on the ground. Over 300 yards rushing, Navy just north of 100.
Well, Army's defense, we talked about in the pregame, they were an outstanding front. They did a terrific job corralling Navy for most of the night. A couple of passes got them by surprise early in the third quarter, which got Navy back into the ball game. But you're right, Adam. This was a fantastic defensive effort by the Black
Knights. Who won the turnover battle? The team that won the ball game, and that was Army. 3 turnovers to 4 by Navy. And in Navy, I thought they could really cause Army some problems through the air, but they couldn't. Air Force passed for 195 yards versus Army. They're in Army's house. Navy could not get that going with Zach Abey.
But Army, they don't care how or why. They just care that this is happening right now. Beating Navy for the first time since 2001.
Well, and they took a page from Navy. We talked about, again, in the pregame, Navy likes to be the boa constrictor. They like to take the ball and play keep away. But in this game, over 40 minutes of possession time for Army. They out-Navied Navy.
And we thought also after that first half that it was possible that Navy was a little worn out. They were a little tired. First time, and since you said it during the pregame, 1941, they didn't have a bye week going into this ball game. Right. And they played in the AC championship game a week ago, of course, lost to Temple. But in the second half, they started to show that they were the Navy of old in the way they got down the field. And Zach Abey, a beautiful run by him. It looked like he was going to go down. Tacklers were there, but no, he would not be denied.
Were you surprised at all, based on the time of possession and Army's ability to run the ball when they didn't turn it over, that Navy punted when they did late in the game?
It was a calculated call for Kenny Niumatalolo right there. With only one timeout, you knew you had to stop him, and it'd been difficult to stop him all day long. Plus, Jeff Monken was 2 for 2 on 4th down. He was